Okay, so we're gonna start out reclined, but before we do that, I wanna show you one of the postures we're gonna be moving into because I don't think we've done it together before. And I always have a really hard time describing this one. So it helps to see it and have an idea of where we're going. So you're not just like in a weird shape trying to look at me while we're doing it. But we're going to do a little bit of strap work, and part of what we're going to be doing here when we come down to the ground, and we're not starting out in this shape, we're going to get there, but right, we're in this old familiar foot up, foot in the strap. And then what you're going to start to do is bend your knee out to the side. So you're thinking about like figure 4 with the leg. I'm on my right side. My right arm is going to come around behind my head, and then I'm going to grab that strap so that my head is resting in my arm. Can you guys see that? Like I'm cradled in with my foot in the strap and my arm around my head resting into my arm. And then I've got like this kind of passive figure 4 shape. Could you see that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. A little bit. I know. I'm not like at home, so my setup, I'm at my parents' house, my setup just feels foreign, but hopefully you saw okay. And I'll walk you through it. But so in the meantime, happy Earth Day. Oh. And then come on down to your back.
Amen.
Yeah, amen. Happy Earth Day. So just bring yourself down to the floor. Make sure you have your strap, your scarf, your belt, whatever it is that you're using nearby. Yeah. And you might, as you settle in here, you might take a couple breaths. Start to release the day that you've had. Feeling your body really ground, get heavy and settle. And I always think that it's nice to start at the beginning. And in yoga, the beginning is really the breath. So just noticing your breath. And as you pay attention to every inhale and exhale, there's a greater sense of landing, of arriving. There's this place we can get to in yoga called samadhi, which is just a conscious realization that we're all connected, that we're all the same, that we're a part of the greater world community. And that's other people, that's other animals, other creatures, right? But quite literally also the earth. And there's a reciprocal relationship, right, between the body, the mind, the individual, and everything else that surrounds us in the world. Everyone else, everything else. So allowing some of the external layers of you to begin to soften. And sometimes like that hard shell that surrounds us can begin to soften. And then taking the attention back to the breath, if it's shifted, and just breathing a little bit deeper. Taking a few deeper breaths now. Nice. Now, as you're ready, you're gonna grab hold of your belt, your strap, and take your right foot up to the sky, bringing the strap just around the ball mound of your foot, okay? So that space just under the crease of the toes. You can keep your left foot down to the ground, knee bent, or if it feels okay, feels good, you can straighten your left leg long. Bring a little more awareness to the inner line of your leg and see if you can lift up through your inner ankle. As you flex your toes back towards your face, lift up a little bit more through your heel, the back line of your leg. Let your shoulders be supported and heavy onto the earth. And just again, take a few deeper breaths. If your left leg is extended, you're grounding down through the back of your left thigh. Letting some tension dissolve out of your mouth, your low jaw, your cervical spine, your neck. And try to keep the effort and action, right, of the inner line of your leg lifting up and the back line of your leg pressing out and up through your heel as well. Nice, and then go ahead and take your left arm out wide to the side, shoulder height. And as you inhale, open your right foot wide out to the right. Just finding that place that feels good, that feels supportive. And as you take your right leg a little wider to the side, you might turn your head slightly over towards the left, your chin coming down towards your left shoulder. So you're getting a little bit of rotation just through your neck, the muscles of your neck, your cervical spine. And then keep pressing out through the inner line of your leg. Keep pressing up and out through your heel, the back line of your leg. As you again, just breathe nice and deep into your body. And it's impossible to get lost in the past or the future if you're really paying attention to your breath. If you're really paying attention to your breath, there's no choice but to stay a little bit more in the present moment. Now with your inhalation, you're going to lift your right foot back up towards the sky through center. Your chin comes back up to the midline. Take your strap into the opposite left hand, open your right arm out wide to the side. And before you go over to the left, you're only going like 8 to 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches, right? So we're not taking it to our deepest range of motion, but we're really just exploring the first edge. If you want a little self-assist, there's the option to take your right thumb and hook it into your right hip crease, press it forward, right? So you're just kind of lengthening the sideline, you're decompressing any congestion in your hip. You can do that, right? Or you can just keep your right arm wide out to the side, shoulder grounded, whatever feels better, feels good. Again, one more big breath in here. We're not holding for too long.
Full breath out. And then as you inhale, you're gonna lift your foot up towards the sky. And here you're gonna start to wrap your right arm around your head, right? So you're kind of just taking the crease of the right elbow back behind your head. With an exhale, start to bend your right knee out to the side, sort of like a half happy baby figure four. And then you're taking the tail end of your strap and you're guiding it into your right hand. So head, chest, shoulders is coming up off the floor. You can bend your left knee, plant your foot. Sometimes that feels a little bit better, right? Nice place to start. And then if that feels good, you can straighten the left leg long. Keep your right foot flexed, right? So that's healthier for your knee. Your low back pressing down. Yeah, Susan, see if you can rest your head. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you've got a short strap. See it. Lift your head, chest, shoulders up off the ground. So almost like you're doing a crunch and then see it. Yeah, if you can grab hold and rest your head in your arm without dropping. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now start to guide your right foot over to the left side. So you're thinking about like taking it across the front edge of the body, like pigeon pose, right? Yeah. That's it. And you're resting your head heavy in your arms. So you've got kind of like this hammock action of really resting, right? Which is also a nice shoulder opener here. So we're not just getting into the hip, but we're also kind of getting into the shoulder. Yeah, Elizabeth, see if you can bring your foot across your body. Yeah, figure four. That's it. Little different in the hip. Yeah, nice. Couple more deep breaths. Everybody looks good. Nice. One more full breath in. And breath out. Take your left hand to grab hold of the strap so that you can release your right arm out and around. Head comes down. Straighten your right leg up to the sky. Release the strap from around your foot. And slow and steady, exhale, lower your right foot all the way forward and down. Now, as you pause here, once you've landed, I just want you to observe what you feel. Right leg, right hip, left leg, left hip. Nice deep breath. Bring back the quality and richness of the breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to move to the left side. So we're going to start with the foot up towards the sky, straight up. Strap comes right around the ball mound. So the space under the toes that enables us to find a little more flex. Yeah. And then as you land here, shoulder blades press down. Duncan, you might relax the front of the chest a little more. Yeah, nice. Right? Bring some awareness to the inner line of your leg and see if you can lift up through the inner ankle. Yes, very nice. Good adjustments. And then take that same attention and lift to the back line of your leg, rising up through your heel. So maybe there's just a little more flex to be found at the toes and the ankle. You might notice if one side feels a little bit tighter than the other, one side feels a little bit more open than the other. Yeah. Most of us think like, oh, my hamstrings are tight, but what's more likely true for a lot of us is that the hamstrings are weak. Right? So we're getting just a little bit of stretch here, but we're also going to be work with strengthening the hamstrings a bit tonight. Yeah, looks good. Nice breath. No rush. Slowing down the day. Slowing down these quiet moments of the evening. Right, to really enjoy the unwinding.
Strap comes into your left hand, and with an inhale, left leg opens nice and wide out to the left. And again, you're kind of keeping your attention pressing out through the inner line of your leg, out through the back line of the leg. Right arm can open out nice and wide to the side, and gently drop your right chin or your chin over towards your right shoulder. Right, so you're just feeling that nice spiral rotation through your neck, muscles of your spine that border the vertebrae. As you keep lengthening your leg, pressing out. And it's that action of really intentionally extending, reaching out, that's bringing a little more tone, right? A little more strength, a little more stability to the muscles, the soft tissue that reside within the leg. Once again, one more breath here. Deep breath in. Full breath out. And then with an inhale, left leg is going to rise up to the sky. Okay, you're taking the strap into the opposite hand, left arm opens wide to the sky, and really nice and carefully, you're just going like 8 to 10 inches, left foot crosses over to the right. So again, right, be mindful that you're not just taking it as deep as you can, right, but you're exploring just that bit of edge. Again, there's the option for the self-assist of hooking your left thumb into the crease of your left hip and pressing it forward towards the front short edge of the mat. So if you're giving yourself that little adjustment, it should feel like there's a bit more space being created in the side body, right? Below the rib, above the hip. And then you can keep your thumb there. You can re-extend the left arm out to the left, right? Whatever just feels good. Nice. Now, as you inhale, lift your left leg back up to the sky. Keep your strap in your right hand. And as you exhale, start to bring your arm around your head so your head is sort of resting in the crease of your left elbow. As you inhale, you're going to peel your head, chest, shoulders up off the ground. Start to bend your left knee over to the left, pulling the ends of your strap into your left hand. Right? And then your right arm is free, releasing. Right? As you start to guide your left foot a little bit more to the right, flexing your foot, protecting your knee, finding that figure four. Right? It's like a little bit of happy baby and a little bit of figure four. Right? And it's also a shoulder opener, resting your head, letting the weight of your head drop into your arm. Yeah, looks good. And you might notice like, oh, it makes a little more sense on this side, right? It's kind of always a little bit easier. The mind knows what pathway to take. So already there's that bit of knowledge, right? Ingraining some new neuro pathways of movement. Nice deep breath. Looks great. So stay until you feel nice and even. And there's no rush. There's a sense of I'm slowing down. Once you feel like you found that even space in your own timing with your own breath, right? The sensations that are present in your own body, you're going to re-extend your left foot up to the sky. Release the strap from around it, and nice and slow, exhale, take your left foot forward and down on the ground. And then as you land, nice and slow, really nice control, very nice, right? Just a moment of watching, observing. What do you feel? What shifted? Nice. And then as it feels good, inhale, stretch your arms overhead, forward through your toes, like this big yawning stretch. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest and roll over onto your right side in a fetal position. Big breath in through your nose. Nice clearing, cleansing breath out through your mouth. Press into your left hand, lift yourself all the way up to sit. Come forward over crossed ankles into your tabletop. Spread your fingers really nice and wide apart. So you're feeling some energy in your hands. You're feeling a little more stretch on the palms of your skin, palms of the hands, the skin of the hands. And as you inhale, belly sinks down to the earth, heart and the tailbone lift up to the sky. As you exhale, you're arching your spine, pushing into all 10 fingers, letting your head hang. Inhale, the belly drops, heart lifts. You're taking a few deeper breaths. Exhale, spine rises to the sky. And a couple more. Hopefully it's feeling good. And something to be enjoyed. The movement of your spine, the ability to move, that full articulation of the range of movement. And then you're going to come back to a tabletop. We're going to do a little bit of cross body. Inhale, take your left arm forward, right leg back. Spinal balance. Exhale, draw your knee to your elbow, to your nose as you round your spine to the sky. Inhale, extend forward through your hands, back through your toes, find lots of length, tone in the belly. Exhale, draw your knee to your elbow and nose right to the center, pulling in. Take a couple more. We're going for 3 more. Inhale, extend, reach out. Exhale, coil in. And we're kind of getting both hemispheres of the brain working together here, right? That creative side and the more logical side. And the 5th and final time, when you get there, that you re-extend, you're going to keep your back right leg lifted and just lower your left hand down to the ground. I want you to tuck your chin to your chest, look back at your right toes, and make sure they're pointed straight down towards the earth. Those right toes back behind you are pointing straight down. Yeah. Now flex that foot. You can see it. This whole right leg is really strong. With your exhale, bend your knee without losing the flex of your foot. So you're trying to take the sole of your foot up to the sky. Yeah, nice. You should feel like this left buttock, glute, left outer hip is working. Yeah? Now think of your right knee and try to send it a little bit closer to the wall that's behind you. Yeah. Now nice and slow, inhale, straighten your right leg, keep the flex of your foot so toes point straight down towards the ground. Exhale, bend your knee, right knee. Yeah, this is strengthening the hamstrings. Inhale, straighten the right leg, press it back, press it back, press it back. Exhale, nice and slow, re-bend your knee. If there's any sensitivity in the hands, use your fists or the wrists. Yeah, full breath in, straighten it out. Nice and slow, good focus. Exhale, re-bend. And then just one more time here on the right side. Inhale, take it long. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lower your right knee to the ground. Tuck your 10 toes and shift your hips back towards your heels. So coming into a toe stand, right? Just to start to open the toes, get a little bit of energy moving through the feet. If you have a block, option to bring your block to your heels with your toes tucked and just sit on your block, right? Sit on the crease of your toes. Right? We can do the same thing without the block, right? Just, it's a little bit of an assist to have it. Yeah. And then chest up, shoulders back, hands face down on your thighs, eyes closed. Easy expression on your face. Right? A gentle quality at your throat. As we explore, this posture is called thunderbolt. Right? Because there's nothing quite like it to really concentrate sensation into the feet. Right? We all feel it. We all feel it, no matter how like calm and peaceful we seem to look. Right? We're all feeling it. So just notice that. Breathe into it. Really nice. Yeah. One more, bigger breath, a little bit deeper. Breathe all the way into the upper lobes of the lungs, fill completely. Open mouth exhale, a little sigh, relax your shoulders some. Don't untuck your toes. Inhale, shift forward. You can take the block out from beneath you if you're on it. Exhale, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And then any movement that just calls out, feels good, nice and yummy, any stillness. Elizabeth, I'm jealous of your cat practice. Yeah. Shake out your head a little bit. Yes. No. Maybe. Yeah. Nice. Inhale, come high up on your tiptoes, right? Get a little more stretch in the feet, stretch the feet, stretch the feet. So slowly lower your knees all the way down, as slow as you possibly can. Slower, slower, slower. Count to 10. Land your knees at exactly the same time. Feel what muscles are engaged in that process as you come all the way, yes, very nice, into your table. And then when you land in tabletop, you're setting up your foundation once more. Inhale, right arm forward, left leg back. That's spinal balance, connecting the hemispheres of the brain. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, to your elbow, coiling in. Inhale, extend forward through your fingers, back through your toes, toning through your abdomen. Exhale, knee to nose to belly, right? To elbow. Again, inhale, 3 more, left side. Exhale. And again, we're starting back at the beginning. So we're connected to breath, right? Always sort of the foundation of the practice, but also just as curious for the left side and everything we have to experience as we did when we were on the right. Right? Don't assume it's the same. Don't assume that you know what's coming. Right? Open your mind to be in that beginner's place. That 5th and final time you extend, right hand lowers, but you're keeping your left leg long. And then little tuck of your chin to your chest to actually look back at your toes and make sure they're pointed down towards the earth. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Now keep that flex of your foot and bend your knee like you could stand the sole of your foot on the ceiling. Yes, very nice. Some of us might try to lift our whole quadricep a little higher. Oh, very nice. Yes. Now take that left knee and see if you can press it back behind you, right? I'm not going to see it really move, but you should be able to feel it a little bit different. Press that knee back. Nice and slow. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee, keep the foot flexed, right? Lift that quadricep up. Yes, very nice. Inhale, straighten it out, full breath in, a little bit deeper. Exhale, bend your knee nice and slow. And again, you got about 3 more here. So nice and slow, really focus, don't rush it, right? The slower you go, the more strength you're building. The more we're getting that toning quality. And you should be able to feel some fire, some heat through the right side buttock, right outer hip, those large muscles that help you stabilize and balance. Yeah, and the 5th and final time that you bend your knee, your foot is flexed up to the sky. Again, you're gonna slowly lower your left knee all the way back down, tabletop. Inhale, tuck your 10 toes. Exhale, shift your hips back and up, downward facing dog. And then go ahead and take 5 nice breaths here. 5 nice breaths, count them out to yourself. Resourcing some energy from the earth. Right? Pressing down so that you can lift up those roots to help you grow. Yeah, very nice. When you get to your 6th inhalation, right leg lifts up to the sky. Look at your toes. Make sure they're pointed straight down. Foot flex. Press back, press back, press back. Exhale, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you're in a figure 4, downward dog. See if you can keep that right foot flexed. Figure 4, down dog. Right? Yeah, figure 4, down dog. So your right ankle is crossed over your left thigh, in front of your left thigh. On the front, yeah, there it is, very nice. Now, slowly inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, back towards your left foot. Little challenge on the balance. When you're standing in a figure 4 forward fold uttanasana at the back of the mat, go ahead and bend and straighten your left standing leg a couple times. Bend and straighten, nice and slow. Don't go too fast. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So we're not coming all the way up to stand. Yeah, we're just hands towards the ground, right? In this little bit of a balance. Nice. Now the next time that you straighten through the left leg, right? Keep your legs in that shape, figure 4. Inhale, walk your hands forward again to your down dog. Nice. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. So we're in a lunge. Get your knee right over your ankle, right? Right over your ankle. Line it up. Inhale, take your arms high up into the sky. High crescent lunge. Yeah. Right? No compression in your low back. Watch the front ribs lifting up. See if you can hug them in and down, connecting the front abdominal core. Yeah. Now we all have our right foot forward. We should have our right foot forward. You're going to take your right hand up to the sky, left hand down to the ground. Start to bend at your elbows and see if you can touch, right, your shirt behind you, your fingertips, perhaps, maybe the full bind of the hands. Even once you have the bind of your hands, right, you can start to think about like holding onto your wrists, which I'm not there, but maybe you are. Yeah. Now, think about, right, your arms on your spine, like you could press your spine a little bit into the back of your arms as you lift up through your chest and breathe all down the front line. Breathe. Nice. Now, just for a moment here, get that right knee totally over your ankle. Forward, into the right, out to the left, forward, totally over your ankle. Yes, very nice. Release the bind of your hands. Hands can drop down to your hips. Exhale, pull your left knee up in towards your chest. Up into the chest. Yeah. Now all those muscles that we're working in our tabletop, our spinal balance, turn them on. Outer hip, glutes, quadricep, hamstrings, back line of the leg. Take your hand down, left hand down, and place your foot into tree pose. Okay? Your foot could be all the way down to the ground. I heard someone say that a strong tree is able to move with the wind. A strong tree is able to move with the wind. So you might take your arms up to the sky, let the shoulders soften a bit. A strong tree is able to move with the wind, falling away from center and coming back. Right? Dropping out of center and coming back. So open up and allow the breeze. A little sway, maybe even with a smile, right? A little flutter. Nice, inhale, pull your left knee back up in towards your chest, right? Like turn on this right standing leg. Exhale, softly land the left foot to the back of the mat. High lunge. Then exhale, lower your hands to the ground, palms press down. Inhale, step your front foot back into plank. And they get so strong, so straight for 5 breaths. 5 breaths. And at the completion of your 5th breath, you have the option of coming back into downward facing dog or moving through a connecting vinyasa, whichever just kind of sounds good, better to you tonight. Because this practice isn't like every other practice. It's tonight's practice. It's your body, it's your energy, it's where your mind is at, it's where you are right now in this moment with your breath. So decide accordingly. And then when you come back into your down dog, count out 5 breaths. You just count them out for yourself. Your mind has this one point of focus to be aware of breath. With your 6th inhalation, lift your left leg to the sky, toes down, turn on the inner thigh, press your leg back, press it back, press it back, press it back, press it back. Exhale, find your figure 4, crossing your ankle over your thigh. And then you might even compare like, oh, wow, I knew what I was doing this time, right? Like, is that a different experience to know sort of the pathway? Slow, mindful, intentional. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your toes. Notice if you always start with the same hand. Right? Check in with the balance on this side. And then once you come into that figure 4 Uttanasana at the back of the mat, go ahead and bend your knee, straighten your leg a couple times. Okay? You decide how deeply you bend your knee. Bend your knee, straighten your leg a couple times, nice and slow. Notice how you're balancing, right? Is this a different experience? Yeah, looks good. The next time that you straighten through the left leg, inhale, walk your hands forward again, downward facing dog. Very nice. And then exhale, step your left foot forward from your figure 4. And get your knee lined up right over your ankle. Look down it. Don't assume it's there, right? Watch it happen. Inhale, take your arms up, high crescent lunge. You're finding your steady gaze, right? Your focus, your breath. There shouldn't be any feeling of crunchy compression at your low back. So bring some ease into that. If it means moving out of the shape, moving into it. This time we have our left knee forward. We're going to keep our left arm up and drop our right arm down. Left arm up, right arm down. Yeah. Exhale, go ahead and start to bend your elbows, right? And for most of us, one side is like drastically more flexible, drastically more open. So just kind of notice like, oh, is that happening in my body tonight? Is it my dominant arm or my non-dominant arm that feels more flexible? And as we're here, right, we're lifting up. There's some energy rising up through the top elbow, energy pulling down through the bottom elbow, and breath is moving all through the front body as the back body presses into the support of your arms behind you without crunching in your low back. If you feel any crunching in the low back, it really just means that you're doing your body a disservice. A disservice. Yeah, really nice. All right, unwind the bind of the hands. Nice and slow, we're coming out of it. Yeah, inhale, take the arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull your right knee up in towards your chest. And then place your foot into tree pose. Right, you can use your hand to place your foot high or low. Right, one's not better than the other, high or low, right? It's the same posture, it has the same benefits. And then maybe, right, the arms float up to the sky with a little ease in the shoulders, right? They're gonna lift a little bit, but we want them to feel some softness. Okay, and you're thinking about like what muscles in your body were working in that tabletop, right? Like, oh, the glute, the outer hip, quadricep, even the back hamstring strengthening, right? All those muscles in the left leg are engaged. Right? As a strong, healthy tree opens itself up into the breeze. It opens itself up into the flexibility of swaying a little bit. And you might even like create a little sway, create a little breeze, challenge the balance a bit while you keep that whole standing like so nice and strong. And there's a patience. Hey guys, Susan, you got company. Hi. Nice. Inhale, pull your left knee up and towards your chest. Exhale, softly step it back into your lunge. Breathe in your hands down to the ground. Exhale, step your front foot back into your plank. And then find that like one point of focus. Get so strong, stiff as a board. Plank pose, right? Literally named after a plank of wood, the strength that it has. Feel that internally for about 3 more breaths. Looking great. Elizabeth and Bruce, see if you can lift up a little more behind your heart. Yeah, yeah, behind the heart, that little, very nice, very good, nice. And then you decide your vinyasa, right? Or not, or just down dog, or a couple breaths in child's pose. What do you need at this point in the practice, at this point in your body, at this point in your day? Downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, right leg up to the sky, toes down, hips square. Press it back, press it back, press it back, press it back. Yes. Exhale, figure 4. Cross your ankle over your thigh. We've already been here. Right. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Notice if you're using that same arm to lead, right? That same hand always volunteers. Exhale, bend into your standing knee a little bit. And then you're thinking about lifting your hands up off the floor. Lift your hands up off the floor. Lift your hands up off the floor. Take one hand to your knee and one hand to your foot or ankle. Right foot is flexed. Steady gaze. Strength and balance allows a little bit of sway. Nice. Without landing your hands down to the ground, see if you can reach down and maybe grab hold of your left ankle or your calf, right? Or your shin. Grab hold. And then take your hands with an inhale back to your heart, right? Lifting up your chest a little bit more. Bring your hands back to your foot and your knee. And as you inhale, lift your whole right shin up with you as you rise to stand. So we're kind of recreating that like hammock shape. Get a little closer, right? That we started practicing. Then you're going to take your right hand to your ankle and place your foot a little higher up on your leg into tree. A little higher up. Yes, very nice. This time, take the arms out to the sides, palms forward, chest open, heart open, soft smile on the face. Oops. Nice. Now inhale, pull your right knee up in towards your chest. Right knee lifts. And then you're going to try to straighten your right leg long. Straight out at him. Lift your foot up, lift your foot up, lift your foot up. Nice and slow. Exhale, a small step forward. Right foot forward. Bring the weight forward onto your right foot. Inhale, bring your chest forward into Virabhadrasana 3. Warrior 3. Warrior 3. Yeah, you can always bring your hands to the floor for a little more stability. Yeah, heart forward, back toes back, right leg pressing down. Virabhadrasana 3. Nice. Inhale, pull your left knee up in towards your chest. Lift your left knee up. Take your arms up. Lift your arms up. Exhale, eagle wrap your left leg around your right, your left arm under your right. Yeah. You could always put your left toes on the floor, right? Little kickstand. Yeah. Or you have the option to begin to round in, dropping your elbows down towards your knees. Round into a little fold. Yeah, wherever you are. Very nice. Inhale, lift back up, pull your left knee up. Pull your left knee up into your chest. Take your arms to the sky, unwind the arms. Exhale, take a small step forward with your left foot. Inhale, reach your right leg back into Virabhadrasana 3. Virabhadrasana 3. Yeah. Heart forward, out of the waist, back toes back, out of the leg. Standing foot presses down. Yeah. Nice. Inhale, lift up to stand. Pull your right knee up into your chest. Take your arms up to the sky. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, small step forward. We should be like almost at the top of the mat, almost off the top of the mat. Yeah. And this time, inhale, pull your left knee up in towards your chest. Left knee up. And then place your foot into tree pose. Oh. Your foot into tree pose, a little bit higher, right? So you're using your hand to assist the placement of your foot. And then there's this isometric action of your foot going into your leg and your leg going back into your foot, which tones up your butt, right? Which activates the muscles of your outer hip, which gets your quadricep engaged, which gets your hamstrings engaged, which gets your core engaged. Nice. Inhale. Take your left knee forward. Lift it up. Take your foot forward. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift your whole left leg up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Exhale. Step your foot down. Tadasana. Now, pop quiz. There's one posture we didn't do. on one side. What was it? No, not warrior. Oh, Elizabeth has it. Eagle, eagle. What's the side you didn't do, right? So we did like lots of right and left, lots of right and left. Can you remember, like, what's the side I didn't do? It should be the left leg on top, I'm pretty sure. And the left arm underneath. Or maybe, oh, I'm wrong. It should be the right leg on top. You guys had it. And the right arm underneath. Eagle wrap. Right? Option to find that like little toe stand with the legs, right? Like just touching down. Option to find the full wrap and a little bit of a bow. Right? They both have the same benefits. They're both the same shape, the same posture, the same benefits. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Right. Pull your knee up into your chest. Take your arms up, take your arms up, take your arms up. Straighten your leg long. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Exhale, step it down, Tadasana. Tadasana. Tadasana, mountain pose. Tadasana. Close your eyes for a moment. Just open up to the experience of existing without controlling. Just being without forcing. Nice. Inhale, big circle of your arms out and up towards the sky. Stretch up, reach up, tone the belly a little bit here. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold Uttanasana. Bend your knees a bit. Shake your head a few times, yes. A few times, no. And then start to find some stillness in the shape. And there might be like some other movements before you get there, maybe a little bobbing of the torso up and down or gentle sway a little bit from side to side. But eventually, like just find this still forward fold Uttanasana. And see if you can start to melt the expression on your face. Melt the muscles of your neck. Melt your shoulders, your arms, the palms of your hands. As you take a few breaths in this forward fold, as though you could commit to a better night of sleep. And then you're going to slowly start to bend at your knees. Lower your hips down to the ground. Okay, come all the way through to your seat. Take your feet forward, right? Knees bent, hips width distance apart. Inhale your arms forward, chest up. And as you exhale, slowly rolling your spine down. Slowly rolling the spine down. Nice. Now, as you come onto the back here, you're going to straighten your right leg long, but keep a little bend in your left knee. And as you exhale, you're going to pull your left knee in and up towards your chest as you reach your right hand up for your foot and your left knee forward into reclined figure four. So we're really in the same exact variation that we took standing on the right side. Right? The left leg is long. You can picture the body in Tadasana, right? We're just taking the balance out of it as we bring the floor to the body to the floor. Right? So maybe with the support of the earth, right? You're not falling over. We're not risking our balance. Maybe it's possible to relax the muscles of the back a little bit more and get a bit deeper into
the reclined version, right? Just notice how different it feels to take the same posture in a different way. Yeah. And then you're gonna just release the left foot back to the floor. Step your right foot in to meet the left. Take your feet nice and wide apart. Open your arms nice and wide out to the sides, palms up. Exhale, drop your knees to the right, bring your gaze over to the left. Inhale, lift your knees and your chin up through the center. Exhale, lower your knees to the left, bring your gaze to the right. And inhale, knees lift, chin rises. Exhale to the opposite side. And again, inhale, come through the center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. And then do that a few more times. Just this like nice, easy spinal twist. Your knees moving in one direction, your head moving in the other. Picturing like a little piece of seaweed kind of rocking with the current on the ocean floor. And then that rocking gradually comes into stillness when it feels good, when it feels complete in your body. And you'll extend the legs long. Let the hands drop a little bit closer down towards the sidelines. Bring your shoulders a bit closer together, this sort of shelf to rest your heart into. Feel that sense of melting. Melting the backs of your legs into the support of the earth. Melting buttocks, hips, the bowl of the pelvis. Melting. Melting lower back, sacrum, lumbar spine, all the muscles around it. Melting middle back, thoracic spine. And all that muscular attachment. Melting the upper back and your shoulders. Melting your arms, your hands, your fingers. Melting the back of your head, the weight of it. The muscles of your mouth softening. Your cheeks. Heaviness in the eyebrows.
And as you feel yourself here, held and supported, nurtured by the earth, you might consider just for a moment, right, your own place in this world of community. Sense of oneness. You're the same as everyone and everything else. And everything and everyone is the same as you. And that you have a place as a part of the whole. All your actions and non-actions have an influence and an impact. And you have the choice, the free will, of who and how to be. When you're ready, I'll just start to deepen your breath. When it feels right, when it feels good. You'll bring a little bit of movement back to the body. Wiggle the toes. Maybe some bigger movement in the arms or the legs. If it feels right, you might roll off onto your left side into a fetal position, knees drawn into your chest, maybe your head resting on your bottom arm. Might stay a little longer in Shavasana. Wherever you are, taking a nice big breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale. And pressing into your hand, lifting yourself up to sit. Right? Maybe a little clearer, a little bit lighter, a little brighter in your seat, even though it's the end of the day. And then taking hands together in Anjali Mudra, a little dip of your chin, honoring the effort of your practice, all the gifts that you're able to receive from it. And the community, the Sangha that we practice alongside, even though we might not all be in the same room, right? We're all in the same space. Namaste.